Good morning, friends. I hope you guys are all ready for a great day. Mrs. Ferguson wanted to tell you today she's feeling a little bit sad. And I think it's because my friends aren't here with me. And I know that it's probably really hard on you guys too, because you're home and you're used to being at school and you're used to seeing your friends every day and playing at recess and getting to do things like play on your soccer team or play on your flag football team or just go and outside and play with your friends. And I know that it's really hard right now because we're not able to do that. So what I want you to think about today is think about, to start out, we're going to think of a happy thought. Something that we love to do or something that makes our hearts happy. And you don't have to say it out loud, you're just going to think it in your head. You might be thinking about ice cream sundaes on a hot day. You might be thinking about going to the beach. You might be thinking about playing with your best friend. So hold on to that happy thought. And you're going to reach up and grab it and put it in your heart. Reach up with the other hand and grab it and put it in your heart. We're going to fill our hearts with happy thoughts today, okay? And that's something that helps Mrs. Ferguson. Another thing that helps Mrs. Ferguson when she's feeling sad is I have a special pillow that I like to stroke. And when I do, it changes the pillow, and it's very soothing for me. So if I'm feeling sad, sometimes I try to make a little design in it, or I just kind of rub my hands back and forth on it, and that sort of calms me down and makes me feel a little bit happier and a little bit better, especially because the colors of my pillow are so bright and pretty, aren't they? Well, our greeting this morning, my friends, is going to be in French. Now, my brother is actually a French teacher, and he's putting little lessons on for his students and for anybody that speaks French. But we are going to learn bonjour today. Okay, so everybody, I want to hear you say bonjour. Bonjour. Yes, and that means good morning in French. And French is the language they speak in France. Okay, so we are going to start out this morning, and you're going to turn to the person on your left and you're going to say bonjour. Great job. And we're going to turn to the person on our right and we're going to say bonjour. Great job. And you can say to me, bonjour. Oh, thank you. And I'm going to say bonjour to a few friends this morning. Bonjour, Avery. Oh, wonderful. Bonjour, Malachi. Yay. Let's see. Bonjour, Eleanor. Bonjour, Kale. Bonjour, Bari. And one more. Bonjour, Lexi. And now, bonjour, everyone. And you can say, bonjour, Mrs. Ferguson. Oh, thank you. That made my heart happy. And so I think just talking to you guys is going to cheer me up a little bit today on my lonely day. Even though it's really pretty and sunny outside in Hawaii, sometimes even if it's pretty out, our heart isn't happy if we don't get to be with the people that we love. So it's okay to be sad, but we're going to try to make ourselves happy and try to fill our hearts with things that make us happy today, okay? All right, friends, for this morning's sharing, I want you to think about whether you would like to live in a treehouse or not. Now, when I was little, I watched the Swiss Family Robinson movie, and they made this big, huge, beautiful treehouse, and I've always wanted to live in a treehouse since then. So I want you to think of if you would like to live in a treehouse or not. Would you like to live in a treehouse or not, and why? So everybody think. Would you like to live in a treehouse, and why or why not? And when you know, raise your hand. Think, think, think. Do you have it? Oh, just another second. Awesome. Well, Mrs. Ferguson would like to live in a treehouse. I would like to live in a treehouse because then I would get to sleep among the stars. I could look up at the stars at night and hear all of the nighttime sounds like crickets and frogs and things that make noises at night. But I also want to say, I think I would want a treehouse that had a roof. I wouldn't want to just sleep in a tree. I would like a roof and all of the fun things they have in Swiss Family Robinson, which is a movie, but it's also a book. So it's a really neat book that you guys might want to check out. So now I want you to pause the video and I want you to share with someone at your house. Would you like to live in a tree house and why or why not? Okay, so we just shared whether we would like to live in a treehouse or not, right? So I would love for you guys, if you want to do something fun this week, you could take some drawing paper and maybe design your own treehouse. You could figure out what rooms might be in it. You could figure out how you would get water and food, what kind of different activities you would have. Would you have a big swing? Ooh, I think I would definitely have a rope swing if I had a tree house. So I would love to see those designs for your tree houses that you might want to live in. Awesome. So yesterday we started out writing letters. Remember, we were writing letters to someone that we love that we can't see right now, right? So I wrote a letter to my grandma. I started a letter to my grandma because she lives half the year in Florida and half the year in Michigan. And right now she's in Michigan, and I probably won't get to see her until either this summer or maybe even this fall. So I just want to write her a letter letting her know that I'm thinking of her. Right? Okay, so let's figure out what Mrs. Ferguson has written so far. You guys did a great job helping me sound out these words. So let's read our writing. Dear Grandma, how are you? Awesome job. Now I want you guys to try it on your own. Ready? Good job. Awesome reading. Now, Mrs. Ferguson is using her pointer power. And when we use our pointer power, we point to each word as we read it, right? Now, usually you put your finger under the word with your pointer power. Now, I have to show you like this so that I don't cover up the other word, right? Okay, so we're going to read with our pointer power, and that helps us keep track of where we are when we're learning to read. Awesome. So far we have written, Dear Grandma, how are you? Right? What's something that we could say next? What would make sense to say next? Everybody think. What? Oh, that's a great idea. So I've asked Grandma how she's doing. Now I'm going to tell her how I'm doing. Okay, so what is something that I'm doing right now? Oh, I know what I could say. I'm missing my grandma, right? I could say, I miss you. Oh, that's a good one. Let's count those words. I miss you. Oh, I think that would also make her happy to know that I miss her. So how many blanks am I going to draw? 3. I miss you. Great job. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. So we're going to start right here. What's the first word we're going to write? I. Yes. Excellent job. Now remember, when we're writing the word I, it is an uppercase, right? Because if it's a word all by itself, it has to be an uppercase I. Okay? Good job. What was this word going to be? Who thinks they know? Miss. Yes. Ooh, good. Let's sound that one out. Sounds like yummy, yummy in my tummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I got love in my tummy. No, I've got an M, right? Yes. Excellent. Eh, eh, eh. Yes, I. Miss. Remember that snake? Yes, S. Let's read what we've written today so far. I miss, what's our last word? You. Yes. And do you remember, Nellie Edge taught us yesterday, Y-O-U spells you. Yes, let's practice again. Y-O-U spells you. Great job. Awesome. So we're going to do a Y. What's the next letter? O. Last letter. You. I miss you. And we need something at the end. What is it? We could do a period or an exclamation point. Now we use an exclamation point when we really want to say, I miss you, Grandma. Do you feel like that? That's how I feel today because I'm a little lonely. So I'm going to say, I miss you. Now if I put a period, it would just be like, I miss you. But when I add my exclamation point, it's like, I miss you. So that's kind of how I'm feeling today. So that's what I'm going to put in my letter. Excellent. Okay, so let's read our whole letter so far. Great job. And I think there's something else I notice on this page. We're going to read it, and then I want to see if you notice it too. Okay? Get that pointer power ready. Dear Grandma, how are you? I miss you. Great job. Excellent work. We're going to read it one more time. Dear Grandma, how are you? I miss you. Excellent. Now, my friends, you're going to read it all by yourself. Ready? Excellent. Now, my challenge for you today is there are 2 twin words on this page. Who thinks they can put their fingers on them? Put your fingers on the twin words on your page. Who thinks they can find them? What word do you see 2 times? What word? Yes, you. We wrote you twice. We wrote it here and we wrote it here. Excellent. We wrote the word you twice. And how do we spell you? Y-O-U. Wonderful. Well, we will keep working on our writing tomorrow. Now, if you would like to pause your video, and you can make sure that you have at least one sentence written. Remember, this is your own writing. If we're ready to write, great. If we're not ready to write, we can draw pictures and we can try our hardest. We can write on a whiteboard and we can do it different ways so that any way that helps you grow your brain. But if you would like to make sure that you have what I have today, you can pause your video and catch up. All right, who knows what time it is? It's hero time. Hero time. Hero time. Okay, in preparation for hero time, make your best hero pose. Is it this? Is it this, like you're flying? Is it this? Is it this? What is it? Make your best hero pose. And get ready to meet. Let's give a round of applause on our legs. Drum roll. This is Alex. And I'm having a hard time getting him in the screen. This is Alex. From his outfit, what do you think he does for a living? Who thinks they know? Yes, he's a police officer. And Alex works for the Auburn Police Department. And he's actually our friend Avery's uncle. And so Avery and her mom thought it would be great for us to highlight what Alex does for a living and how he helps other people. So while we're at home relaxing and working at home, and some of us are not relaxing, I understand that. Parents especially, I'm talking to you. I know you're not relaxing right now. But while we're at home and we're keeping our bodies safe, people like Alex have to go to work anyway because they still have to protect our city and still has to protect the city of Auburn, even when even when COVID-19 is going on, even when the virus is active. So he works as a police officer, and whenever there's an emergency, people can call him and he can come and help, right? So hopefully we don't have emergencies in our lives, right? It's so much better when everything just goes really smoothly and nicely. But it's wonderful to know that when we do have emergencies, we can count on heroes like Alex to help us out in an emergency. So we are going to give our friend Alex sprinkles. Give him sprinkles. And we're all going to say, thank you, Alex. Oh, great job. Thank you so much, Alex, for what you do, for devoting your life to protecting and serving the citizens of Auburn. And we really appreciate what you do. Okay, for our game today, we're going to do the bunny hokey pokey. Who knows what the hokey pokey is? Yeah, the hokey pokey. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. So Mrs. Ferguson loves the hokey pokey. We used to do it at the roller skating rink when I was little. It was the bomb diggity. It was awesome. Now, for our bunny hokey pokey, you have to listen carefully because you guys are going to be bunnies, okay? All right, so get your bunny ears ready. Get your bunny ears ready. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na. You put your bunny ears in, you take your bunny ears out. You put your bunny ears in and you shake them all about. You do the bunny pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Now we're going to put our paws in. Little bunny paws. You put your paws in, you take your paws out. You put your paws in and you shake them all about. You do the bunny pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Great job. You put your puffy tail in. So I'm going to use Mr. Sloth. He doesn't actually have a tail right now because he's in a pumpkin suit. But we're just going to use his little puffy tail, okay? Pretend he's got a bunny puffy tail. You put your puffy tail in, you take your puffy tail out. You put your puffy tail in and you shake it all about. You do the bunny pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Next up, your wiggly nose. You put your wiggly nose in, you take your wiggly nose out. You put your wiggly nose in and you shake it all about. You do the bunny pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your whole self in, you take your whole self out. You put your whole self in and you shake it all about. Okay, shake your whole bunny self out. Like a bunny. Whole bunny self. Wow, my hair got wacky. You do the bunny pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You do the bunny pokey. You do the bunny pokey. You do the bunny pokey. That's what it's all about. Great job, guys. Now, it's fun just to be silly, isn't it? Even when you're a grown-up. You guys know when we started today, Mrs. Ferguson was a little sad and lonely, and my heart feels so much happier just getting to see you guys, and actually doing that bunny pokey really filled my bucket of happy up. So if you want to rewind it and do that bunny pokey again, you go for it. Because I might turn it back and watch it so that I can do it again. It was really fun. Well, thank you guys so much for coming again today. You have just filled Mrs. Ferguson's bucket of happy, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!